주의 자녀로 산다는 것에 불 가운데로 걸어.
If we're going to win the world for Jesus, it's not going to be because you put on your Christian mask and that everything is good all the time. It's going to be by what God has healed you from, helped you to overcome, where He's brought you from, and you rolling up your sleeves like Jesus and saying, touch this.
But we're also identified with Christ in His suffering. And when it says, take up your cross daily, this is what we're talking about. Daily, I'm identifying with Jesus, and I take up my cross, which means I lay aside my rights.
Every no in your life is an invitation to a new story. Every no in your life is an invitation to profound healing. Every no in your life is an invitation to greater intimacy with God your Father.
But because we have already been approved by God, we are children of God, and we are servants of God, and we are co-heirs of Christ, we get to walk in relationship with God and one another, and we get to rule with God.
This past year, and one aspect of this is that I've always been kind of scared to let people know how important of an influence my faith has on my life. But last year's winter conference really inspired me and equipped me to step outside of my comfort zone and start having spiritual conversations with people.
Hi, during Winter Conference 2025, we've been talking about what is the good life. So the world says a lot of different things about what the good life looks like. Being in control over your schedule, your time, your resources, your money, just everything about you. But this conference, we've been looking at what does God say, what does the Bible say about what is the good life. So, what is the good life all about?
I feel like I've been learning a lot about what God means by the good life. The thing that helped me understand it was just growing closer to God and getting to know Him, His character, and His love for me. It's knowing that my God is perfect goodness and that He will always restore, and He will always pursue you, and He will always walk with you and listen to you.
I think the good life is a lot different than what we normally think on a worldly standard. I've had a perspective that it is usually a lot about it just being generally good, but at the same time, during conference and sessions, I learned that it's not only about good things, but it is about what God gives you and how God will lead you through those hardships and have you learn and meet with Him. So basically, the good life is not only about having like a very happy and peaceful life, but walking with God through whatever circumstances are given and growing spiritually with Him.
To me, the good life represents giving your life up to God, and obviously there's many aspects of that, but from Winter Conference, what I've learned is taking worldly aspects that you might rely on and putting it in the hands of God, because obviously He's the one who's above everything and He knows how your life is going to pan out, and so just putting your trust in Him, and that doesn't mean everything will work like the way you want it to, but in the end, I do think that's what makes the good life.
So I think the good life is when someone is fully satisfied with their relationship with God and what God has given to them in their life. And due to everyone's unique circumstances in life, situation in life, and their varying perspectives, I think the good life can look wildly different for everyone. But in the end, each individual knows when they're living the good life with God.
Good life is a life that reflects Jesus. So be a little Jesus and be the light of the world. So you shine the people, you shine the environment around you, so the people may glorify God. I think that's the definition of the good life.
I really liked Winter Conference. It's very welcoming. Connecting to people is very nice. And learning that Jesus is always beside you. And it was a great start to start fresh for the new year. So yeah.
Something that I would want to say is that I came into it with not very strong faith, and I think even with that I had a really good experience. So I would highly encourage it, definitely, because even going into it with my faith, I thought the community was really nice. It was very encouraging just to see so many people with such a strong faith and how they all cared for each other and how they were so open to getting to know new people. So that was very inspiring, and it was just fun to get to know everyone. And yeah.
Yeah, one of my big takeaways about this conference is to yield my comfort, my desire to be comfortable, and just embrace the discomfort that comes with sharing the gospel, that comes with pursuing God over worldly things, and just ultimately God being able to speak through me when I am uncomfortable and I need to depend on His provision for me.
Yeah, I really think that people should come. It was really fun. It's a really good experience, and I learned a lot about God and how He wants to welcome us into His kingdom, and how He, even though we're sinners, that He still loves us, He cares for us, and that He always accepts us. And yeah, in the past winter cons I went to, it has been very fruitful and very informational, and I really want people to know that WinterCon is really not regrettable. You should go, yeah.
And for those who didn't come to the winter conference this time, you all have to come for the next one. This is so good. You will be bonding with our epic community. Also, you're gonna meet a lot of people from a lot of different background, but we all have a one goal in this winter conference, which is praising God. It will be a really great experience. Also, joy from praising the God is just strength. It's really so good. So you all have to come next time. Love you all.
가장 가까이 다시 한번 찬양하겠습니다. 때론 불 가운데 휩싸일 때도 폭풍 가운데 무너질 주님 내 곁에 함께 하시네. 가장 가까이. 우리 마지막으로 한 번 더 찬양하겠습니다. 때론 불 가운데 휩싸일 때도 폭풍 가운데 무너질 때도 주님 내 곁에 함께 하시네. 가장 가까이에 함께 하시네. 가장 가까이에 함께 하시네.
This is my star.
是你的王子，也许你不会懂， 从你说爱我以后，我的天空星星都亮了。
我愿变成童话里你爱的那个天使，张开双手变成翅膀守护你。你要相信，相信我们会像童话故事里，幸福和快乐是结局。我要变成童话里你爱的那个天使，张开双手变成翅膀守护你。你要相信，相信我们会像童话故事。
For the first question, dang, I forgot the question, bro. Wait. He's my role model. Finally, I can say.